my name is Tom Dunn, and I'm your substitute teacher today. Today we're going to be talking about science. Specifically, we're going to be talking about trees. We all look at trees all around outside, but we don't actually know really what's going on inside. If you were to look closely at a leaf, you would see very small cells. Those cells are called chloroplast. The cell itself is not green. It's actually clear like glass. Inside of the cell is actually green, and that part of the cell is called chlorophyll. If you were to look inside of the chlorophyll, you would see that it looks a little bit like a factory. It looks like a factory because it makes its food like a factory. The chlorophyll uses the sun's energy to make its food. When we breathe out carbon dioxide, which is CO2. The plants receive the carbon dioxide and make carbohydrates, which is really sugar. What's very interesting is that when there is no sunlight for the plants to use, they pull water from the ground. Water is called H2O, which is 2 hydrogen molecules and 1 oxygen molecule. And they use the water and the carbon dioxide to make carbohydrates. After it is done making their carbohydrates, it releases oxygen. The plants continue to have that cycle all throughout the day. If you were to cut a tree, you would see sap come out of it. The sap is similar to the syrup that we eat. The syrup, or sap, is carbohydrates, which is really sugar. What's interesting about trees is that they're very quiet, unlike our factories, which are noisy and smelly. Other than trees, the ocean also has plants. Around 30 feet below the water, or below the surface in the ocean, if you were to zoom in on a drop of water, you would see small green phytoplankton. Those plankton have the same process as the trees above the ocean. They receive CO2, carbon dioxide, and release oxygen. It's very fascinating. Under the ocean, one of the biggest animals is the blue whale. Blue whales are huge. They can be up to 100 feet long. They are very heavy and can weigh up to 150 tons. Their heart weighs 1,000 pounds and circulates 14,000 pounds of blood throughout the whole whale's body. While watching a whale swim, you might think because of its size that it is very slow. But a group of researchers tracked a whale for 10 months and discovered that the whale traveled 10,000 miles. That's extremely fast. Another animal, dolphins, can swim up to 120 feet below the surface. One dolphin broke that record and swam over 1,700 feet. While diving deep down under the ocean, the pressure increases immensely. How do dolphins handle such pressure? Well, dolphins have a unique muscle that retains oxygen. Once the dolphin dives deep down into the ocean, they expel all of the oxygen from their lungs and close them. Then, their muscles open and release oxygen to the heart and the brain. Once the dolphin dives back up to the surface, their lungs open once again and breathe normally.